Alright, so all cleaned up. I'm ready to get wifey's car back in the garage. But been building a chicken coop today. This is day one. First trip to Lowe's. Just kind of building as I go. I got a rough plan on what I want. But yeah, we got 8 chicks here in Huntington, Vermont. If you don't know me, snowing, hasn't been snowing, but got 8 chicks here that are in their little brooding box. 2 Rhode Island Reds, 2 Barred Rocks, 2 Buff Orpingtons, and 2 Silver Lace Wyandottes. So 8 total. So building this coop, it's going to be 6 by 12 feet, roughly on the ground. They say you should have 10 square feet on, run space, and then you should have 3 square feet of actual coop space. So given the fact I'm up here like under Camel's Hump and there's animals everywhere, I mean, we got bear and we got huge bear, a couple that I've caught on the game camera, coyotes everywhere, fisher cats, weasels, skunks, raccoons, hawks, owls. So, and I've had chickens before, so I'm kind of through that whole on the homestead, let them run all over the yard thing where they crap everywhere. I mean, they're on your porch, they're climbing up on your car somehow. So yeah, I'm not gonna fence them in for I'm gonna totally fence them in, keep them in this run, but that way it'll keep the wildlife off and just keep my yard clean. Maybe we can bring them out on Saturdays or something for the kids, but we'll see. So this is 6 by 12. I'm gonna put 2-foot studs vertically. I gotta kind of frame in the area up here for the run. Gonna have the ramp come down here, and then I can hang the food in the water. I'm gonna sheathe these 3 walls, I guess 4 walls, and then 3 on the bottom with plywood, and that way, hopefully it's like Fort Knox, and I'll cover it up with something pretty, like we got some extra pine upstairs that I ripped out of the garage on a different project. So I've got some kind of reused wood that I'm gonna finalize it with, but I'm definitely going to sheathe it with plywood to make sure that a bear's not just smashing through. We got like a huge bear that's been on the game camera, that cruises around the yard in the apple trees, so I'm sure once he catches wind of this, it's gonna be game on. But stay tuned, I'm going to keep a webcam on this, and I'll probably have some exciting attacks for you. So yeah, during the day they'll come down, they'll be hanging out in here. They'll have 3 walls in the wintertime down here so that if they need to, they can get in and out of the wind. I don't think I'm going to put a roof on. I'm going to put a roof up here. Once I pull it out of the garage, I might prefab it, or I might just build it as the last thing once I've pulled this whole thing out of the garage. But right now it's snowing, so it's a lot easier to do this in the comfort of the garage. I'm going to put a door right here so that I can walk in. The whole thing's 6 foot tall. I'm, 5'8". I won't tell anyone, but I guess anyone who knows me probably knows. I'm 5'8", so I wanted one I could walk into. And then I'm going to put the nesting boxes right here, hanging out. And they'll have, 4 boxes probably. It's more than I need for 8 chickens, but I figure it's a foot, so at least it'll be symmetrical. And then this back wall right here, I did this on the last coop that I built when I was living in Burlington. I'm going to make this wall kind of removable so that hopefully in a secure fashion, but make it removable so that way I can pop it off when I'm cleaning. And then I'm going to basically build kind of 2 levels of nesting, so it'll be kind of stadium seating, if you will, on this side. And I'll put a tray underneath it because they crap so much when they're sleeping that pull some sort of piece of plastic out that I can just kind of scrape off with all the chicken manure. Otherwise I'll have just shavings in the rest of this. When I do the nesting boxes, I'll do 2x4s because when it's winter, the chickens, if they like this, their toes, they can tuck up under their feathers. Some people make roosts like this, dowel or something, but then their toes are exposed and they get frostbite on the tip. So I always do wide 2x4s and let them sit on that. And yeah, what else? Always put vents. I'm going to have some vents up high. That's what kills chickens, is the humidity. They can get down to real cold temperatures. People have had chickens forever here in New England, so you don't need heaters. You don't need anything like that. Just get hardy breeds and make sure you've got a couple vents. You don't want it to be drafty in there, but you need to make sure that there's no humidity. Yeah, I think that's about it. Day one. Stay tuned, and gonna keep cranking. I've got about 3 or 4 weeks left on this, so it's coming together though. Good first day of progress.